Hello, my name is Alex Baratta. I teach at the University of Manchester in the Manchester Institute of Education, though I am a linguist by trade. My research focuses mainly on the relationship between language and identity and linguistic rights and so on. So you might ask, why have I written the Study Skills Guide on Critical Reading? The answer is I taught a lot about academic writing back in the US, where it is a mandatory course unit. So every now and then I like to revisit that area of academic writing and critical thinking and so on, and not get theoretical, but rather just put it in the form of a study skills guide, which you can use hopefully from day one. It's very important to be critical when you come to university, if not before. When you arrive at university, you'll have your teachers telling you to be more critical, and the feedback maybe, or see critical thinking or critical writing written on the walls of the library, on posters and so on. But no one ever really teaches you what it means to be critical. Essentially, it's two things, and two things that you can just take and run with right now. One, you think for yourself. That's the most important thing. Add something new to the discussion when you write your essays or do an exam or have an oral presentation or even just a class discussion. Say something that, as far as you know, comes from you and not from, and this is the second point, a regurgitation or a cut and paste of lecture notes or what the teacher told you and so on. So basically, it's all about thinking for yourself in terms of when you read your text, be it a journal article or a book or a website, you interpret it and make sure it's an original interpretation and not, as I said, from start to finish, a cut and paste on what you've already been told. How do we know you're being critical if all you do is tell us what we told you in class? So here are some top tips. When you do read your source text, whatever that might be, read it organically, rather than read it and from the first sentence say, I've got to find something to talk about. In other words, just let it speak to you naturally, very much from the heart, not so much the head. And when you do, and you will, find a sentence or even a word or a phrase or an entire paragraph which speaks to you, then ask yourself the prompting question, what does this mean to me? Because the answer to that question will be evidence of you being critical. So make sure when you do ask the question, what does this mean to me, that the answer you provide on paper or in an oral presentation or whatever the assessment might be is indeed your own. And by all means use lecture notes and handouts and what the teacher told you, but use them only as a springboard to then generate your own views. And if you do that, and keep in mind interpreting the source, asking what it means to you as an individual, and then giving your own original take on things, that is the first and last step to being critical. Good luck.